So, what is toxic positivity? Hey, welcome to my channel. I talk about mental health and well-being, my feelings and my emotions, and how I try and survive in this world in spite of some of them things. And so if that feels like something that might be of benefit to you, then please make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications so you know each and every time I post a video. Firstly, it's becoming a little bit of a habit. Apologies that I didn't post last week. I was on holiday and I had every intention of posting, but it got away from me. So here we are again, and today I'm in Birmingham. Just had an amazing meeting actually, and I want to talk about toxic positivity. You know, I think people are becoming a little bit tired of this idea that we've been fed for so long, kind of in the self-help world, you know, the motivation world, that the key to feeling positive or the key to getting away from our troubles is to just simply not allow ourselves to feel anything negative at all. And that's where this term toxic positivity has come from. And I think there's a lot in it. You know, this idea that somehow we can wash away all our problems by just simply only thinking about the positive things in our lives. It's just a different way of suppressing your feelings and your emotions. And ultimately, suppression is only leading down one route, and it's not a good one. You know, so anytime anybody says to you that you should just be positive, or don't let your mind go to any of the negative feelings, or positive thoughts only, I get it, and sometimes it comes, and quite often it comes from a loving place, but I feel like it's detrimental. You know, I think I talk a lot about holding space, and I think we need to become better at this and better at validating how people feel. And I think it's just so important, you know, to let people know that, for me, if you want to be able to get to a place of feeling positive more often, you have to accept, validate, and spend time with your negative emotions. And so any positivity that is fed to you at the expense of validation is toxic positivity in my eyes. I'm not a big fan of the term toxic positivity. It almost becomes a little bit too binary, but the concept of what it's getting at, I believe to be true, and I believe it to be an important one. We need to start letting people know that it's okay to struggle, you know, and actually it takes real strength to feel a range of emotions. For me, anybody that says they don't allow themselves to feel negative becomes a red flag to me. And I know there's a lot of the gurus that are still kind of selling this, if you follow these steps, X, Y, and Z, then you'll reach a place where you'll feel positive all the time. I'm just not buying it. And like I say, I actually think it's quite problematic. That's not to say that I don't think positivity is important. It's not to say that I don't think that we need to find a way to be more positive in our lives. That's true, right? Instead of saying just be positive, say, look, I know that this is difficult. I know you're going to struggle, but let's try and concentrate some of our time onto the positives, yeah? And I think that's how we pull ourselves through, yeah? And it's important that I think we talk about working through things, not getting over them. I never get over anything. I work through them and I grow as a person, and that's really important. Actually, that's at the heart of resilience. So there's a quick rundown on what I believe toxic positivity to be, but I think it's really, really important, and I think it's something to start exploring. If we want to help each other better, if we want to become better people, better listeners, then we need to start at a place of validation, yeah? And the validation should never go amiss. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please make sure that you like it. I've left the shades on today. I would normally take them off in a video because I think that eye contact's important, but I've been struggling with a migraine for about 4 days now, so these glasses are staying on wherever I go. I'll see you next week with another video. I will be next week, no excuses.